Now, the First Alert Hometown Weather Team and myself have been collaborating, coming up with what the next couple of months will look like. So now your official 2026 Hometown Summer Forecast. We look at key factors here that we put a lot of emphasis on. One of those right now being, of course, the major drought that we're seeing all throughout our hometowns. Look at the numbers here. These speak volumes. Roanoke, Danville, the first driest when it comes climatologically speaking to that period of time since September. It's never been drier. I mean, look at that. Down 13 inches in Roanoke, down, what was that, close to 16 inches in Danville, and down around 13 inches in Lynchburg. And that's the second driest period there. So we have the ongoing drought. We really put a lot of weight on that. The second key factor that went into our reasoning and our thinking for what's going to happen this summer is a developing El Nino. In fact, a quickly developing El Nino, which currently is in the weak stage, but it will trend toward moderate and then eventually likely towards strong or even very strong as we go throughout the summer months in toward the fall and the winter season. And then third, we look back because sometimes history can tell us something. It can repeat itself. So we looked at what we call analog years, how the weather mimicked what we're going through right now. So we look back to the spring of 65. We were in an extensive drought. Spring of 82, extensive drought. Spring of 2002, and that was the benchmark again for some of our drought conditions in those low lake levels. So that was one key to the equation. The second key, of course, was where we were heading in terms of the El Nino intensity. And back in 65, it was a strong El Nino. What did that equate to? A cooler and a wetter summer. So we looked back into the summer of 1982, a very strong El Nino, a cooler and a wetter summer. So we're starting to see a little bit of a trend there. And then back in 2002, not as strong of an El Nino, was actually the opposite. We saw a hotter and a drier summer. With all that in mind, here's some of the key takeaways that we're looking at down the road for your summer forecast. Less frequent, shorter duration heat waves. Doesn't mean we can't be hot. We're still going to see 90-degree days, but it doesn't look like we'll see those long stretches of very intense heat. Also, with more moisture in place, I think we could have some warmer than average nights. In terms of precipitation, near to slightly above average precipitation, which is a good thing, but it's not enough to at least eliminate the drought. I do think we're going to have to wait here until the fall and the winter season until we start to see some major drought help, possibly some drought busting precipitation. With all that said, in terms of 90-degree days, this is what we typically see June, July, and August 25. This is not counting the 4 that we've already seen this month. Our 2026 forecast is going a little bit lower, and that's, again, kind of siding on that slightly cooler summertime feel with less frequent intense heat waves. So we're going 15 to 25 90-degree days. Again, that's for the Roanoke Valley from June, July into the month of August.